What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Bully Leg doing another CFN Street Fighter 5 replay analysis. Um, Going to be going over this match, Chun versus Kolin. Very new matchup to the channel. Been trying to get some variety in here, so definitely got some matches in last night, and I definitely want to be talking about these matchups. And before we get into it, I will give a lot of props to this guy. This guy, don't know who he is. This is the first time I ever played him. Definitely gave me the work one of the games, and it was a 2-1 set. I did end up winning the set, but there was some parts of this match where he had me on the ropes. So I'm going to be explaining this matchup in detail so that y'all can understand this, where I'm coming from playing Kolin. Now, right off the bat, I already know that Kolin doesn't fare well with fireballs. She has issues with zoning until she gains V-trigger. Her V-trigger gives her a lot of strength to go through them. Very powerful with her normals. So it's really about zoning Kolin, but not in the sense of like Sagat or Guile. This is more in the line of being able to control the character with your normals and using your fireball to like get closer and get in the position you want. I want to get in the position where I outzone her, but I do have to understand Kolin's tools. She does have a running parry with the V skill 1, and I have to be careful how I do my normals. It is punishable, so we'll talk about that once I start blocking some moves, and we'll talk about some punishes here and there. And that's the move I was just talking about right off the bat. I was kind of going for a safe approach, and right off the bat the match starts with a V skill, and yeah, I wasn't expecting that right off, right from the get-go. I kind of wanted to see some kind of jump or maybe like a walk forward and maybe just me getting some kind of simple block, but no. Started the match with the V skill 1 and got a good early offense. It's 150 damage, so really rough start for me. And here I go right here. This is where I was talking about when it comes to the footsies. Let me kind of go back a little bit. So right after this move, like, this is a range that she can't really do much about it. And I throw the fierce. Kolin tries to whiff punish, and then I was able to whiff punish with the stand heavy kick. And the stand heavy kick is really good at their walking, their standing. It just beats out anything that she wants to throw. I do have to be careful with her crush counter moves, especially the back heavy kick. But this is where I'm gonna try to win the match, is being in this spot. Alright, instantly tries to close the gap, and that's what you notice her response is to my roundhouse, was there is no follow-up to this move, so I kind of have to like give back the turn. I can't really keep going. Like, I could go for a jump or a dash, but it's not really safe, and it's not even plus. I'll get punished for that, so I have to give them the turn. And they instantly go for the dash up. I could have maybe reacted and done like maybe a low forward or a jab or something like that, but they were able to get to that spot really quickly. And sometimes you don't want to play by those numbers. You want to, not really be nitpicky at what you could punish. You just want to make sure that you're dealing damage and you're not making the big mistakes. Here we go, just kind of finding out that mother. And again, that stand roundhouse after the whiff fierce punch, because heavy punch is really hard to whiff punish. I mean, it's one of the things that people, unless you're really timing your buttons, it's really hard to make any kind of move on this. So yeah, it was just really solid defense by Kolin to kind of just be patient and not just throw out buttons. But unfortunately, the whiff of my fierce punch got her wanting to move or go forward, and it was met with that crush. I think they were trying to do vanity step, and that heavy kick was able to reach, and I was able to confirm off of this and get heavy leg. And this is really important to make sure that you're hitting as a Chun-Li player or anybody when you land these crush counters mid-neutral or just mid-screen. You want to make sure that you're converting these things because you want to be rewarded for your neutral play. If I were to just hit this and let it go, it doesn't really offer much. This actually gets me a knockdown and actually pushes me out of the corner. So this is just really good use of your normals and kind of shifts the momentum to your side and pushes your opponent to the middle of the stage, and if anything you can get to the corner, just depending. It just gives you a nice little push forward, and that's what you want. Goes for the jump. I was not ready. Well, actually, I could not button. I could not anti-air that at all. I kind of use it since this is 0, and because the spacing is right. Good for me not to get whiff punched by anything or not to get hit by anything. Fierce Punch was kind of like I wanted to throw a Fierce Punch right away. Unfortunately for me, I was not able to get an anti-air here, so I had to block this. And unfortunately for me, I went for the delayed tech, and that's what happened. This part right here, let me kind of just explain this really quickly, and then I'll kind of let the match go for a bit. So, I'm minus 5 frames, 6 frames here. Kolin can already act, and so it's really tough to give yourself. Now they can't throw me until right here. Then I can get thrown. If I'm in block stun, I can't get thrown. But once my block stun is over, I can get thrown. And so because Kolin was there for a little bit, I was expecting the throw to come out. Hence why I went for the throw. But I got hit. And that's because they were expecting that delay tech or that tech. And they were just delaying their button just enough to where I opened up with a throw and they were able to interrupt it. So it's going back and looking at this, I should have just taken the throw. It is a big problem of mine. I try to defend as much as I can, and sometimes it gets me in trouble. Goes for the target combo, gets me in the corner. And now I'm kind of in the rough spot. Now I'm in the corner, and now I have to just wait and find some time. Right there, I was just looking for a crush counter. Went for the overhead because they were giving me that breathing space. Because they weren't moving up or pressing buttons, I was able to kind of make some breathing room, right? Overhead's kind of a weird option. It's not really something that's viable, but because the space was calling for it, I was able to do it. They weren't moving the head; they were kind of backing off. So I have the room to go for this overhead because they were blocking so low. Even if they were blocking this move, I wouldn't care too much because I'll at least get out of the corner by a little bit. Get that plus. I want to say that was plus. I want to see. Usually after fireball, I have enough space to do this forward heavy kick. It has a lot of stun on it, and yeah, it was plus 1. And this is usually -2, but this is plus 1 because of the range, and I'm hitting this move later on his active frames than I normally should, so I'm able to actually get plus on this, which usually creates a counter hit string right here, but Kolin was smart to not do anything. Another jump I missed, and another throw, and this is what really kills me in this match, is that I kept going for throw every time I block jump. But the problem was I was taking too many jumps. Big combo here. Went for the mix up. I wasn't gonna go for spinning bird. I felt like it was too early to go for it. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. I finally tech a throw, and I was able to activate V trigger. Usually after throw, I go for EX legs because it's 5 frames, and it will reach. So it's a really quick move, and it just kind of gives me the time to activate V trigger. I don't know if it was important to do it now because I'm about to lose, but we'll see. Oh, I missed the V scale, but I actually end up getting the crouching jab into the middle kick. So this is a V trigger one thing. You won't see this a lot with other Chun-Li players. But in V trigger 1, crouching jab will combo into crouching middle kick regardless if it's counter hit or not. And so I'm always ready to get the spinning bird. This is where it was so frustrating. I made the right read. And I landed it, but I was hesitating on that crouching jab because I wasn't 100% sure, and I was also thinking like maybe I should just go for EX legs and just get the knockdown, and I just missed it. And I get so upset because like there's so many things going on. Like I don't know my V trigger was gonna run out. I didn't check if I had EX, meter. I didn't know if the jab was gonna hit. It's really unfortunate. And then I get comboed and then it's a delay. That jump killed me. If you guys go back and just watch this round over and over, the reason I take so much damage is because I got jumped in over and over and over. So this time I landed first on the roundhouse and then go for another combo, and now I got him in the corner. This is a sweep, which is unfortunate. Another jump, but this time I decided to play it safe. This time I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna block it out. I don't care. And then get the throw. Get the counter hit. And right here, this is like the dangerous part. I'm gonna talk about this really quickly. When you're in this position, you don't really have a lot of options. I could go for V shifts, and they could read it. I can go for spinning bird, but they could read it. I can block, but I could get thrown, which is kind of like probably the lowest thing that could happen. But it can happen. I could get baited on a DP. If I go for like spinning bird and they bait it or block it, I'm gonna get screwed. So this is like kind of tough. I feel like I could take one more throw with my stun. So I wait for it, and then I'm expecting the tick throw. And this is why I go for spinning bird right here. And it works. The reason why is when I got knocked down, okay, I blocked his jab, and I'm expecting, since it's +2, there's nothing that's gonna spring it. There's basically a gap, and I go for spinning bird. This is typically what I usually do, because the jab kind of like tells me, okay, spinning bird. Finally get an anti-air, and then I force the V trigger. I'm just trying to get to the best buttons, but they're not being very safe. Okay, now I can move in, block the overhead, which is really good, and I'm negative. And I was just right here. This is just kind of me. I never really tried anything. I never really like made moves in this spot when it came to jump, so I was just kind of like testing him, but he was just so good at being ready for the jump and just anti-airing that those two anti-airs, I had like kind of a lead, and now I don't. So it was kind of a bad move on me to try these things, but it's just kind of that's just me as a player. I kind of had to go for it. So now I learned my lesson and said, okay, I can't do that. And I thought I was dead here. Close. I was so close. And then I go for the spinning bird again, because it was kind of like I don't have anything else to play. I might as well go for it. I missed the hiccup from there, and I knew it. Like in my mind, I was so mad because it's something that I'm trying to work on as a player, is get better at hiccup firming. And I can see the low forward hitting. I just don't have the fortitude to do it. I saw the jump coming. I knew they're gonna jump, and this is something that I want you guys to understand. The biggest lead that I got from playing him, and I go with that heavy kick again. Like I'm like daring him to put, and it's funny because you guys saw the first round and he went for the running parry. If you would have just done it every single time, I would have gotten hit every single time. So it was just kind of dumb on me, but it was just like I'm gonna try it anyway. Going back to what I was reading on him was there is a hole in his gameplay, and it is the jump. Right, the first round he beat me because I never anti-aired, The second round, I was able to defend against it and clutch out the win because I anti-aired. So I knew in my mind he's a jumper. Keep that in mind. Get the counter, the frame trap set up, and got the counter hit. So I got knocked down. Got him on the corner. Got another forward heavy kick, which is the first counter. Got him in the corner again. And he V-shifts. It ain't a very smart V-shift. And he jumps out of the corner. He just doesn't hit it from there. That sucks. But now the stun is gone, so basically his attempt was really good. This was actually weird, but it was actually smart, because I think in his mind he thought I was gonna like backdash or V-shift. I didn't have a meter to V-shift, but backdash would have read it, so I was like really surprised at that. I didn't think he was gonna dash. And now I'm cornered. I had the good start. Now the tables have turned. Now I'm getting cornered, and he's getting close to his V trigger. So I gotta think of how I'm going to defend against this. And I use, normals. I go back to what the footsies were and just beat them in range, right? Just slowly get into my spot, slowly get to the spot, and then fierce punch. When you get to your spot, you know that they got nothing. They can't do anything about it. You know that they're just stuck. So if they press anything, they're just gonna whiff. Your fierce punch should reach. Your range should reach. If you outrange your opponent, you definitely want to get to your spot so that you can press your button. So don't overthink things. Don't move too close. You get to your spot and then you stop, right? I get to my spot, stop, and I wait for him. Because I move forward, I'm kind of saying, okay, it's your turn. Are you gonna do something? No? Okay, allow me, right? So I'm kind of slowly getting. Now he moved up and waited, and then he did his block as negative, but he activated V-trigger. Okay, he's positive, so I gotta wait again. Now I can press a button, right? And that's how you fight. That's how neutral goes, right? You don't really you don't want to do two actions in a row. You don't want to do like walk and press a button, or jump and press a button, or button. You kind of want to like slowly take each other's turns, because it's the safest way. You're just trying to play safe. Okay, right here I'm trying to just see when he's gonna rush in, and he actually whip punched me that time, which was very good on his part. Gets me in the corner. Now again I'm back in here in this corner. Now the last time what happened was he went for the kick throw. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just let him throw me if he throws me. Went for the backdash actually. See, there you go. Wait till the throw. Now I can get up and do something. I can at least defend the meaty. If he dashes, I'm gonna press a button. So I block that. I don't get the spinning bird that, but I block this, which is good. And he doesn't go for the throw. I honestly think if he would have gone for the throw or like a shimmy, he would have killed me. I was gonna tech throw no matter what. He would have killed me. I would have been so pissed. Now it's my turn to activate V trigger. Activate. He's about to kill me again. Now, this is something that's very important. What did we talk about? What was the hole in his gameplay? That's on my mind. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. All I have to do is don't throw it away. There you go. This is reads built from the previous rounds. These are adaptations that you make mentally. And this is me knowing I got the corner. Don't let him get out of the corner. That's it. That's how I was able to close the game. I mean, to be honest, you should have won 2 rounds straight. I got lucky second round. But the ability to understand your neutral, use your tools to create advantage is a super important thing in Street Fighter. Depending on the character, you gotta know what your tools are, you gotta know what your opponent's tools are, and you gotta make sure that you know your punishes and all that stuff. But you have to build patience, because you know what it is. I know I have V-trigger activated, I know I can juggle, I know my combo, I know it's gonna kill. I just need to wait for him to jump. If I moved around, if I threw fireball, I was screwed. So I could not afford that to happen. So I waited to be patient and was rewarded for all the thoughts that I had of moving forward to that match. But alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this replay of Chun versus Kolin. If you would like your replay analyzed, make sure you guys comment below. Also like and subscribe to this video if you like this. Well, subscribe to the channel, right? And if you ever feel like training with me, you can always find me at medify.gg/@brolylegs. And this whole week is 50% off. So make sure you get your lessons in for the new year. You know, New Year resolution, want to learn how to play Street Fighter? Hit me up. I'll try to get another video out going for today. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.